Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Anna. If you're new here, I'm Girl and Quill. I run a stationery channel about my favorite things that I'm using, and some lifestyle bits. It's been a long time since I've filmed, and I think I'm ready to come back. And I thought I would share with you something simple to kind of get back into video content, and that is what's in my Delfonics pouch. My pencil case setups have changed many times over the past year and a half or however long I've been gone, but this has currently been, I don't know, kind of like my go-to. If you look back at some of my older videos, I'm pretty sure the utility pouch is one of my top favorite pencil pouches just because it's so versatile, and I've made it more functional by putting a guitar strap on it. So, and I think most people by now are very familiar with it, so I'm not going to go too much into it, but I'm just going to show you what I carry in it, and this is pretty much all the stuff that I use on a daily basis, and I pretty much have this with me every day. Okay, so front pouches. I have all my pins. I used to have some pins back here, but then I found that when I was carrying it outside, like taking it to a cafe or something, they would get caught, and then I would, thankfully the pins would fall, and I would be able to find them, but I decided to just kind of keep all the pins in the front so they didn't get caught. So I have Marika Paz, Post Office, the trolley from Mr. Rogers, Conan, Happy Fries, Mystery Science 3000, some book related ones. I love these so much. I don't have anything in the back pouches, so I'm not going to really go through that, but there are two sections there. And then in the front, I just keep a pair of scissors here, nothing else. Nothing in this pouch. I have lip balm. What else do I have in here, actually? Could use a clean out. I have a Soramame ink that I use for my stamps in here, and then Aquaphor? Yeah, Aquaphor decanted. And then I actually recently went through some of my little vellum pads to look for some images because I am still decorating my moleskin pocket planner. So there's that. My pen situation has kind of expanded over the last year or so because I've started writing again and taking it seriously and trying to publish. So I use a lot of like color coordinated things, color codes, and using pens for various reasons. So I've tried to condense it so I'm not carrying so much at the same time, but these are the ones that I reach for the most. I've got my Frixion multi-pen, my favorite Mildliner color. I love stationery in this color family, so it's kind of like this periwinkle-ish blue, and I've kind of like, not obsessively, but I've just been collecting things within that color family because I just find it so appealing. A Sharpie marker because a Sharpie ultrafine pen because I have these sticky notes. I found a pack that finally, when you peel them, they don't have that weird sticky film on the back, and this takes all sorts of inks. I can write with regular gel, I can write with Sharpie ultrafine, I can write with ballpoint and it doesn't smear, and these are just lovely. I love these clear sticky notes. So I keep this with me all the time, and then I also use it to date the backs of photos. I have a few of these vintage Sarasa pens. So the blue, I think this is the sepia black, and then I use the dark gray for all of my planning in my Hobonichi weeks. What else? Oh, I have money in here for some reason. I have a Hello Kitty pen. That's a gel pen. These are by Noted at Target in the purple family because I love purple ink. These are very similar to the Le Pens if you've ever used those. And then I have a Frixion highlighter. This is very handy. And then a Sarasa Dry. I love this pen so much. It's 0.7. I use this all the time. Another favorite pen. These are my top favorites. Sharpie S-Gel. This is also 0.7. very dark inks. They just let out a really nice bold line. But because I bought the Sarasa vintage pens, I have been really enjoying a very fine line too. So I know I'll eat my words because I said that I hated a very fine point, but I actually don't mind with these. And that's it for the front pockets. In here, it's kind of stuffed full. I'll start with the back. I have a bunch of sticky notes. These I kind of just took out a few at a time and then stuck them on an index card. So I have some on both sides, but I very much enjoy sticky notes with the tabs. So I can use them kind of like bookmarks too in my planner and my notebooks for when I'm plotting and writing story scenes. But then I also kept the whole pad here, and there's nothing else there. I have my master beat list. So if you're a writer, I use this for plotting because I can't remember the things in order or just like how they're named. So I kind of color coded all of the beats, the Act 1, Act 2, Act 3s. And then I use this to base my plotting off of. And then I kind of keep that on a ring binder that I made into like just kind of this handy little guide. And then I have this very compact, almost like phone size. I don't know, it's like as big as my palm, but it's a little hefty, it's a little heavy, but it flips and then it turns into a little phone stand. So that's very handy. So when I'm sitting somewhere in the house or there's no phone stand, I can take it to a cafe and have my phone sitting right there if I need to refer to something, because I'm constantly taking notes on my phone, story ideas, and watching videos on YouTube or something. This comes in really handy to have something that's just kind of on the go and very compact. So that just sits right there. Oh, and then I have a little just repurposed little packet of something that came with a stamp, and I use that for collecting all my sticker backings because I like to, at the end of the year, see how many stationery empties that I have accumulated to see how much I actually use of my stash. In the main compartment, I have two Flashcard clear boxes. I love these. These are from Target. You can usually find them around the back to school time at I don't know if you've ever, like, if I've ever seen them at other stores because I don't look, but at Target they always have them. And I have my, like, some of my favorite tiny stamps in here. So these are all, like, I got all the writer related ones or writing related ones. I got this set that's like the set A. I can't remember what it's called, but those are nice for kind of like background stamping. Just an archive. I love these right here. Record, weather, reading, summary, another story, coffee, my Sumiko Garashi, and my smiley face, and Dodo Lulu. So these are some of my favorites that I like to keep in a small little box, and these flashcard holders hold it perfectly. And then the other clear one is kind of like my plotting writing kit on the go. So a lot is packed in here. I've got a binder clip, some paper clips onto index cards, and then a test page index card right here to see what works on it. Scratch paper, more scratch paper, a slim pack of these very slim kind of sticky notes that I use for annotating and bookmarking. These are nice because they don't take up as much space. So I'll show you later in my planner too. I use them as bookmarks, and these are great. So they don't stick out as much, which is really nice. Just some fun donut sticky notes. Hemingway quotes that I put onto sticker paper. I just like, those are my favorite Hemingway quotes, and then I just like to stick them wherever I need inspiration. I have various paper clips, binder clips. These are washi samples, just some basic colors. Sometimes I just need to tape a note or a sticky note into my notebook. And these are part of that kit of, or like a set of those clear vellum sticky notes. So they come in various sizes, which is so nice. I love that pack, and it's very affordable. So there's the slim, there's the kind of like half, like 3/4 of a square, but they also come in like the basic square Post-it notes. And then these like tiny ones. I love the tiny ones for my Hobonichi. This is fun. Sorry, I'm a little like, got a frog in my throat. These are like Matchbook sticky notes that I found at a local bookstore. They're by Writersblok. Those are fun. Once again, these kind of like tabbed sticky notes. I used a lot of these during NaNoWriMo next year, and I'm sure I'm going to be using those a lot come this year for NaNoWriMo. I broke open a correction tape so it would kind of fit in this slim space right here, and it's perfect. And then I only use it for this kit, so that way it kind of just like fits perfectly here. And then I have a bunch of these little rectangles sticky notes for my Kanban board, and then a Midori, I don't know, compact stapler. I love this thing. So you kind of click it in, and then it becomes a stapler, and then you push this out, and then it just kind of goes back into its slim little size, which is really nice. I love that thing. Mini staplers are fun. And then various sticky notes, which are kind of like mostly half used and more than half used because I use these for plotting. It's all color coded. So it's like Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 notes and things like that. And then once again, stationery in my favorite color. And that's for just general notes. And then right here, I got this in a, I think this one came in the stationery advent calendar that my brother got me for my birthday. It's really cool. It's a multi-tool, so it is a pen. Let me remember how to use it. So it's a ballpoint pen. It's got the ruler. It's got the stylus if you have a iPad or something like that. And then it also has a screwdriver built in. Oh wait. It's been a long time since I've used this. Is it on the side? Yeah. So I thought that was a really fun little thing to kind of slip in. So if anything, and I forget to bring a pen, I have one with my kit. And I mean, you know, I love kits. If you've watched my channel and you've followed me for a while, you know, I love creating the most compact, most travel friendly kit, even though I don't really travel a lot right now, but I just love the idea of just having something that I can take on the go, small, lightweight, everything I need. And that fits back here. I have, oh, my latest ad that I gotta, we're checking out plays. This is fun. My mother-in-law got this for me from a trip. She went to an Alaskan cruise and got this for all the daughters-in-law. So you get to track an animal for a year. And I got the polar bear. And I set that up last night. So it's really fun. I'm excited. Right now, the polar bears they have their collars off for summer. Because I think they get new ones come wintertime. So I don't get to actually see where my polar bear is right now. But it's a fun app that you can download. And you get to see how many kilometers they've traveled, where they've gone, and things like that. And I think my bear is currently in Canada. Yeah. So that's really fun. I put this in here so I remember to like put it on. And then I always carry double-sided tape because I stopped carrying a glue stick. It kind of got bulky. They always dried out. And I always kept double-sided tape for gluing or sticking things on that a glue stick couldn't stick on. So like photos, things with slippery backings like wrappers and packaging and things like that. So to kind of eliminate one item, I decided to just keep the one double-sided tape, and I use it for everything. I've got a slim pencil case. I get questions about this a lot, and it is a no-name brand. I just got it at Kinokuniyo, but it holds enough of my brass Liliput by Kaweco, and it's inked up with platinum carbon black, which is my favorite ink to put into this fountain pen. I love this thing. It's definitely developed a patina with so much use. And I have found that even if I go days, sometimes weeks without using this, I don't know, maybe it's the brass and how sealed it is, it does not dry out on me. So that's nice. And then a pair of tweezers that I use for my planner, which I'm about to show you because I use a dot system planning. This is my main planner. This is my Hobonichi Weeks Mega. And I cut out grid paper that I use for kind of just as blotter paper. Sometimes the ink doesn't dry quite a bit or quite fast enough. And then in the front, I keep just pregnancy notes for that week because I'm journaling in a separate like traveler's notebook about my pregnancy. So notes about that. I've got notes on scratch paper about things that I still need for the baby. In the front, I have my kind of vision board, which is mostly just writing related photos. And then I use these Stalogy, I call them micro dots. I don't remember what size they are, but they are the smallest dots that you can get from Stalogy. And I use those, and I have them pretty much in almost every color for tracking things in my month view. And I keep them all corralled together in a card holder, like a card sleeve. So if you go to like a game store, you can buy card sleeves for all your cards. And then I also have these from Nicole Hutch Designs. I just like the teardrop, and for the longest time I just bought them because I like them. I didn't have a use for them, but then I started using them for kind of just month to month non-consistent tracking, which I'll show you. Same for these. I just really wanted to find little heart stickers, especially just the little heart ones in black, which was kind of hard to find on Etsy, but I finally found a shop. I can't remember what shop it is, but I will link it below. But I use these for some other kind of extended month-to-month tracking. So to give you an idea of what I'm tracking, I have here, I'll show you a fuller month here. So this is July. I've got my key code down here. All the Stalogy dots are consistent, so those do not change in what I track. That goes pretty much every month, and it's writing, purchases as in like personal purchases. If I finished a book, I watched a movie because I really was interested in how many movies I watch per month. Sometimes I get so busy I kind of forget about that, so I try to make time to do that. When I water my plants, self-care, eating out, period or spotting. Obviously, I'm pregnant now, so that's not something I'm tracking. But when I was going through fertility treatments, I had to be very precise about all of that. So I was definitely tracking my cycle, and I had to have those notes with me. Anybody who's ever gone through fertility treatments knows. Masterclass, when I do it at home, when I use my Kindle. For the longest time, I didn't have an actual Kindle, but I was really interested in it, but I needed to know how many times I was actually looking at it to read a book to see if it was worth the money. So I had the Kindle app on my phone and I would use it, and then after I got the Kindle, I wanted to track how many times I was actually using it, and surprisingly, I do use it a lot. So I'm very glad that I got one. Instagram is the white dot. I actually kind of like it that it disappears into the page, so at a glance, I don't really see how much I'm on social media, and that's only tracking if I post something. And then if I buy a fancy coffee, so anytime I actually go out and buy a coffee, so anything I'm not making myself. And then teardrop ones, like I said, are kind of just, they kind of change each month. So like if I took an afternoon nap, I was really tired in my first trimester. If I woke up early that day, before a certain time, if I finished the story, and then the pink dot I have, or the pink heart I did make as when I actually feel consistent baby movement. And then I also love tracking on the side here movies that I've watched that month, and then sometimes if it's overflow, I put that on a clear sticky note, and then shows that I've watched. So that's kind of been fun to track since the beginning of the year. And sometimes, yeah, I mean, there are just months that, like February, watched no movies. And I am really enjoying this system. So this is what I've meant with like the slimmer, like sticky notes. It just kind of is nice that it doesn't protrude as much. I did have some more important things that I'd like to reference, and I put those with the regular size sticky notes. But yeah, I love this. This is my planner piece. This is my main planner. But I do have to start expanding and using another planner for an on-the-go system, because now my daughter's way more active and we've got programs and things like that. But that easily slips into the front. And this is just kind of like my go-to, my little system. I don't know if I have anything in the front pockets here on the inside. Oh, I've got a couple more pink clips. Sometimes I use them for holding my Hobonichi planner open. But that's pretty much it. And then everything else has remained the same. I've got my little fun breakfast keychains here in my Traveler's Notebook Mini. But aside from that, this is it. If you have any questions, please let me know down below, any comments. I'm hoping to post a little more consistently. I've missed sharing, but it was so nice to have a break, and I'll be honest, I didn't know if I was going to come back. I really loved not being on social media. So anyway, I hope you're all doing well and enjoying your journals and planners and creative writing, whatever your creative endeavors are. I hope you're having fun with them and finding fulfillment in them. And I hope to see you soon in my next video. Bye.